Hello followers and welcome back to Mystic Worlds, and as always this is Safe Haven, and in today's episode we're going to be working on a project, and I'm not going to give too many details away just yet, but it's going to be a fun little project. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make myself an ender chest. Now, ender chests technically are against the rules of most CTM maps. I've not seen anything about it in this particular map. But what we're going to do here is, let me explain to you actually first a little bit about the rules of an ender chest and why they're not allowed in CTM maps. So, you can use an ender chest, it's a tool essentially, and you have the inventory in an ender chest. There's some furnaces in here apparently. I wonder if that's the forever burning furnace. That may very well be the forever burning furnace. It is. And if I pick that up, it gives me a regular furnace back. Okay. I'm not sure that I'm meant to have access to that, apparently. I was not expecting that to be in there. I'm not going to stack these, actually. These furnaces, I guess you were meant to find a note about it, maybe, somewhere along the lines. I crafted one because I want to use it. So that's just a regular furnace. I'm going to put these in a chest here until I find a note about them. I'm not going to put it on the monument yet. I was completely not expecting that. So these are the forever burning furnaces, which is a very special block, which is a monument piece, but I imagine we're meant to find a note regarding them. So, back to the main thing with the ender chests here then. So, ender chests are a special type of chest, as you probably know, that you can put items in, and then you can go to another ender chest and access the same inventory. So what you could do is take one of these chests, put them down in one of the fleecy boxes, which is where you find the wool or the victory block or whatever, and you can put the objective in there, kill yourself, come back to the monument like I am here, and then just go and place the wool on the monument, and it's kind of cheesing the getting out part of it. So we're not going to use it for that purpose. We're going to use the ender chests for putting items in, and we're going to use this as a storage tool. So I'm going to be working on a project over near the pyramids, because that's probably the area we're going to be investigating next, and I would like the extra inventory room. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the ender chest to give me that extra inventory room to put things like wood and stuff like that in, and also so I don't lose anything on the way over there if I die or whatever. So that's what we're going to be using the ender chest for. I don't know about these. I will have to ask Damara about that. There's no explicit rule in this map about using them, so I am going to go and use them for that purpose, but I won't be taking them into a dungeon with me. None of the objective blocks will be going into the ender chest. Neither will any of the research notes. We have to manually deliver those back here in order to complete the objective. So that's why I'm making an ender chest. So what I want to do now is I want to head out and I want to do some scouting around the pyramids, and then I'll talk to you a little bit about what I want to do. But before we leave here, I do want to make another one. I do have the obsidian. I'll see if I run into any endermen along the way here. So I guess I'll put that away for the time being. And I'm probably going to need a silk touch pick. I do have one here, so we'll bring that with us. Got some blaze powder so that we can make another one. And I think we've got everything I really want here, so we're going to head over to the pyramids. I do want to bring some wool for a bed with me. So let's do that, and I think I have some planks up here. I do. So we're going to make a bed. There we go, we've got a bed now. Just so that we can set our spawn over there, should we decide we want to do that. And it's going to become night here shortly, so I guess there might be enough time, although I think the way the clock works is it might be nighttime now, so not quite. I think we're probably going to hang around here a little bit. It is raining, well, it was raining the last time I was out here, so I don't know if it is now. Oh no, it stopped. Okay, I am going to look for an Enderman though in here real quick, just to see if I can kill one for an Ender Pearl, so I can make up that other Ender chest. I'm not going to risk going over there now at night time. I'd rather hang back, and I think now we can sleep anyway, as the stars are out. So we're going to go ahead and do that real quick, and then we're going to head over to the pyramids area, and I'll probably meet you over there actually. So see you in a minute. Okay guys, so we're coming up here on the pyramids now. I quickly passed the night there. And this is the pyramid, I believe, which will be probably in the southwest corner. West, north, northwest corner. I don't know. Directions aren't my strong point in this game, that's for sure. So, I guess I can go ahead and tell you now what my plan is. We're going to be over in this pyramid area quite a bit, I feel, because it looks as if there's a lot of dungeon-y type stuff. So, I would like to build a house here. We're going to build a house. Oop. So, we're going to do a little bit of location scouting to build a house. And I've got a plan in mind for what the house is actually going to be. If things would leave me alone here for a minute, I will explain that. Get out of here. There we go. And by the way, one thing I need to talk about is, since the last episode, I noticed a couple more items were missing from that death we had. I lost my lava bucket, not too hard to replace. I also lost a stone axe, big whoop. But the big problem is, as I said, I lost my infinity bow, and I've enchanted so many bows since, maybe 8 or 9 bows with level 30, and I haven't got infinity. So I'm just using this for right now. And we'll just have to hope for the best, really, with it. And hopefully I will either run into a bow in a chest that has infinity on it, or something along those lines. It's not terrible. It could be better, though. I kind of miss having that power 5. And infinity is a great convenience tool. So I'm thinking I want to put my house central to most of these areas. So around where this research note was might be actually quite a good spot here. So let's just do a little bit of lighting up of the area, just so that things will leave us alone for a moment here. And you'll see what type of house I'm going to go for when I start building it. I'm not going to give that away just yet. Oh my goodness, so many things. Oh. Ah, boy. This is why I'm going to put some light down around the perimeter here to kind of help out with this situation. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing here in today's episode. We may do something else depending on how long the house takes, but I do intend to kind of show off what I want to do with the building of it a little bit as well. There's a little island there, maybe there's something on there. All the zombies ever. I'm also going to need to go ahead and repair my sword again soon. Let's see. I may remove some of these torches later, just for ambient effect, but for right now it's going to be really handy for these guys. I don't want these coming near my house while I'm building it. I don't want them blowing it up. So I have not run into any Endermen, unfortunately, so I haven't been able to make that other Ender chest just yet, but maybe we'll run into one here shortly. Zombies, what do you want, zombie? Want some of this? You could have some of that. Oh, there's a chest here. Now I need to get some pork chops. Lovely. Ooh. Can we do it before the zombies reach? Like, we certainly can. There we go. The mobs in this area are relentless. We're gonna have plenty of rotten flesh. Would you be kind enough to drop me an infinity bow? No. We might even get one as a rare drop off a skeleton, maybe, so that's something to consider. The gas spawner over there, we want to stay away from that. So, we've kind of lit up the area here a little bit. I wanted to do some reconnaissance of this particular area to find a good house building spot. And I honestly think that right here is probably the best place for it. The main reason I'm coming to the pyramids here is because... How am I doing an arrow? It's not great. I wanted to look for soul sand, and I just have a hunch that there's going to be some here somewhere. So I want to try and look, if I can, and see if I can find some soul sand. And also, there is a lot of stuff here to investigate, and this is probably the next area to go. It's what the research note said to do. We have an area here to investigate. There's the big water pyramid. There's something above it. There is this thing right here. There's probably areas inside the pyramid. There's that in the background there. So there is a lot here to do, and I think that because we're such far away from the main base, that it may make more sense to have another base out here, just a small little base, so that I don't have to go all the way back for supplies all the time. So I think that's what we're going to do. Now there is this bedrock here which could be a problem, so we're going to have to make sure that it's a little bit away from that. I don't want to run the risk of wanting to dig into the floor and not being able to. I'm going to leave those guys alone for the time being. I don't think that they're going to be close enough to where they're going to be a threat. Oh, I'll pick that torch back up. Oh, maybe they are. Have that. So let's see here. I think maybe right where this cactus is probably going to be a good spot to start with. So let's just mark this cactus as where we want to do it. And what I need to do now is kind of set up a small base. I have some wood in order to do that. And, you know, get a crafting table down, the bed, and things like that. And then what I'm going to start to do is I'm going to ferry some supplies over here, what I want to use for this house. So I'm going to get on with that for a little bit, guys. And once I've done that, I will be once again back with you and probably start looking at the house design itself. So be right back. Okay, so I think I've got practically everything I need now. I've got lots of glass, because every house needs lots of glass. I've got some stone bricks here, some basey type items, you know, crafted tables, furnaces, enchantment setup, an anvil, some chests. We're going to be using birch wood in the build quite a bit, so I brought plenty of that. A bed, ender chest, which I'm going to take with me, so that we can put it down at my other little mini base, and some bone meal and birch saplings in case we run out of birch wood. I'm not sure how much exactly we're going to need. So I've also got some extra glass in my inventory, as this is going to be a very glass heavy build. So we're going to head over back to the pyramids now, and we're going to start work on the house. Oh man, I miss being able to sprint on stairs, and that bug fix was so great when it was added. And this version was before that was added, so you can't sprint upstairs, unfortunately. And the world is not loading in again, which is always a pain, but there we go. So it's not too far from here. May as well just record this run on camera this time. So I did find another Enderman. It was night time while I was cooking up some stuff, so I popped outside just to see if I could see one, and there was one right outside my cabin door, so I took him out, no problems. Got one ender pearl and used it with that blaze powder to craft an ender chest. So over here I have somewhat of a beginnings of a base area setup. I just dug into the ground as it made the most sense, and I've just kind of put down like a little base. Still some experience around here. So we've got a little dormitory, I guess, down here. It's very uncozy, but it will do for the time being. Got my silk touch pick there in case I needed anything. So put the ender chest down. We've got all our supplies in there, and some extra supplies in here. So now we really need to pick out a good location to build it. So at this point I could tell you what we're going to be building, and we're going to start with some stone bricks here. We're going to be building a glass dome, essentially, in this area. And, oh boy, I don't want these guys near me, because I'm building out of glass. It's very flimsy, and I have plenty of sand. Don't blow up. Thank you. I may have to drop down a couple more lights, because there's a lot of creepers around. Didn't that bounce off you twice? Okay. Let's just put down a couple more lights over here. I think that should be good. I'm actually out of torches now, so it's going to have to do. So I think I want to build it somewhere in this general area. We're probably going to have to do a little bit of land leveling here. Probably going to take out this little sand bunker, as we really don't want this here. So we're going to be building a giant glass dome. and we're going to be putting all of our supplies in that dome. We'll just access it via the sides. It's going to have, obviously, glass walls in the dome. I guess it's not really a wall, it's kind of more of a roof. The whole thing is roofed. We're going to be using stone bricks and birch wood for the floor. Hopefully make that look nice and pretty, which we'll look at a little bit later. And also, we are going to be using a tool to help me build this. Not in-game, it's a website tool called Plots. I'm sure many of you have heard of it if you've done kind of dome-type builds before. It's very, very useful for people who do that. We have plenty of sand, so I'm not worried about collecting too much more of it, honestly. After digging all of that out, might as well use what we have. So, we're going to have to be very careful here, because I'm going to have to flick out of the window, and hopefully we don't get snuck up on here. While I look at the plots generator, we need to go down on some layers here, and we're going to start with the floor. Okay, so what we really want to do is maybe start... I want to keep away from that bedrock, because I want to do some fancy stuff with the floor. So maybe we should start right about here, maybe? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to use stone bricks to kind of outline what we're doing here. And then we need to do a 2, like this. And then we need to do 3 of these, another 2, and then we're back to the 7 again. 4, 5, 6, 7. We are going to overwrite the path just a tad. There's nothing we can do about that, but I guess it's not a big problem, honestly. So we're going to do this all the way around, and I'm probably going to do a lot of the glass work off camera, as it's going to be very tedious to do, honestly. Going to be a lot of fumbling around with block placement. I just wanted to kind of get the basic shape up here before I did the next section off camera. And then I'll bring you back in and probably actually do the decorative part where we add things like the enchantment table and stuff like that on camera. So we need to do a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So one thing I want to start doing maps like this is actually build houses and things. I think it's a lot of fun, you know, just to take some time off from laying siege to everything. I guess it's going to kind of incorporate this for the time being. That was not intentional, but I guess we'll roll with that for now. So 3, and then we want to do another 2. 1, 2. Yeah, this is going to be a bit awkward here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7. Just like so. And then we need to connect up the dots here. I'm going to have to do a little bit of land mining right here and kind of strip some of this area out. But that's easy enough to do. It's not particularly interesting, so we'll do that a little bit later. I just want to finish up the design. So this is the basic floor shape. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to start and put the glass in place, and I'm also going to clear out some land, probably drop some more torches in the area, things like that. And then I'll bring you guys back in when we're ready to start actually adding the decorative parts to the house here. So I will be back after I've done that. Okay guys, so I finished the dome here. As you can see, it's looking pretty darn cool, I think, now that it's all finished. I made way too much glass, but hey, it will work. So the next thing we need to do in this base is kind of hook up some actual doors. That's something we need to do, and also kind of finish up the actual floor here, as it's kind of a mess. I did fill in that little I guess hidey hole that we had, and I moved my stuff up here once the dome was finished. So let's see here then, what supplies do we have? I did go back and pick up some redstone lamps. I forgot those. We've got those now, so we're all good on that front. We're going to need some birch wood. We can put that away, and some stone bricks. I may need more stone bricks, looking at it. Honestly, we'll just have to see how that works. So I do want to make a bunch of slabs. I want to use slabs quite a lot here. We're going to make some stairs. I don't need too many stairs. I'm just going to make 16, and the rest will be full blocks. So let's kind of organize our hotbar a little bit here. We can put that axe away when we are going to need a shovel actually right now. I guess we don't need the torches, stone bricks, food. I guess we can take food off the bar. Full blocks and stairs. Where do I want to put stairs? I guess because they're not going to be used too much, we'll leave that as is for right now. So, first thing, we're going to have to dig this entire floor out. And I'll probably speed my way through this here. And then after that, we will begin actually working on the floor. Okay, there we go. So we've got rid of all the sand, and we've now got a clean floor to work with. So the door is going to be right here. So we're going to put a solid block right there. And in fact, I'm going to get the stairs out here. I'm going to put stairs either side. It's going to be kind of like a 3x3 door. And we're going to do the same on all four sides. Oops. Got my good axe to help chop down any misplaced blocks here. And we want to do one over on this side behind all the equipment. So I guess the middle is right there, and then we want to put birch stairs either side here. And we're going to have some chests in these 2x2 pockets here. But I want to have some slabs either side, I think. And there we go. And we'll do them behind here too. And now I would like my chiseled stone bricks that I picked up out of the starting cavern in the Fallen Metropolis. I picked a bunch of these up as they're pretty handy. Do I want them there? I don't think I want them right there actually, because that's going to push them up against the glass, so I don't think I want that. We may put them somewhere else here. So the idea is that we're going to come 3 slabs out, I think, in all sides here. And is that going to meet up? I don't think it is. Not very well, at least. Although that's only 2 slabs. From the stair, we'll go out 3 in all sides. And we'll worry about lighting in a moment here. I'm going to need some more birch slabs. Let's do that. And probably going to put in the corner here. I may have a lamp there later, we'll have to see. And we'll fill in this. We want to go 3 out from the stair, or the full block. There we go. We may change that out to be something else. We may make that a stair or something different later. I just kind of like the full block entrance. 1, 2, 3. So that's as far as we need to come out. Another stack of these guys. We'll move the crafting table in a minute so that the lighting bug does not occur. So fill all of that in. We need to come up to here. Okay. So now what I would like to do is kind of add those corner sections, and we're left with this sort of octagon shape, if you will, in the middle here. And I actually did prepare a small design to help me with this section. So I'm going to pull that up real quick, just to help me a little bit here, as that's certainly going to help me work out what it is I actually want to do. So we're gonna have the chiseled bricks that I was talking about earlier, not there, right there, on either side, and these are going to be the sort of entrance lamps, if you will. We may do something decorative with these, i.e. they turn on when we walk in, we may not. Do I still have them in my inventory? I thought I did. Let's just knock these out real quick here. And we'll put these in like so. And there. Finally here and here. And I'm going to put the lamps on top, but I will power them later because I'm going to need to do some pretty interesting lever placement. That's a chest. The reason I got them out is because I'm thinking of what I want to do with chests next. So, there and there. There. Those two as well. And these two. There we go. Okay, so now we've done those. Let's have some food. And now we're going to look at the next placement here. So I think we want to have maybe one right there, perhaps, for another lamp to sit on. I kind of want to go in diagonally. Maybe just the one block, which would mean that that would form the corner. Whoops. I'll fill that back in real quick here. It seems to make it a little bit tight around that corner. Maybe if we went with something a little bit like this. I don't think so. I don't like that too much, honestly. We might try it though, just see what it looks like. So I'm gonna want the chiseled out here. It seems a little excessive. May just be me, but it just doesn't seem quite right. How does that make the actual shape of this area look? Can we get up a little bit higher? It's not terrible, but it probably could be better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is even, which is important. I did really want that effect. Well, it's the same number apart from all 4 sides. So maybe we will go with that, actually, because that does look okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to have some regular stone bricks in around the edge here to kind of form a lip. Just like so. Man, it's nice having a good pick to do this with. I may run out of stone bricks, though. I'm not entirely sure. So something a little bit like this. Oops, not like that, though. And we're going to have some more lamps in the floor to make things look pretty if we need them. Okay, we do have enough stone bricks. Just about. So we can stack those up as well. We've got half a stack of those left. Now I want to use the regular birch blocks. Although, I kind of think that this right here makes it too tight, honestly. I'm trying to squash an awful lot in, and I'm looking at my design here and trying to figure out what I really want to do. So, I wanted to go here, I think, might be better for those. It's just kind of playing around with ideas at the moment here and really seeing what works. Maybe that was the best thing to do. After all, I know we tried that before. I don't really like it too much, but I think that that will probably, in the long run, end up looking better. Because I'm conscious of the amount of room we're going to have left in the middle to get everything in. I don't want it to be overcrowded, so probably going to pull this back a little bit. Pick those up. There we go. And these, I guess, as well. That gives us quite a bit more room to actually work with here. And I'm going to have to move the stone bricks accordingly, but that's fine. We can get the regular stone bricks back out now. That will do. Yeah, I like that a lot more. It seems a little bit less complicated as well, if that makes sense. Without all the huge patterns going on around the edge of stone bricks and things like that. I'm not going to fill in these holes because I'm going to be filling them in shortly anyway, so it doesn't make any sense. So let's knock these out, pick them back up. It's just going to be a case of moving it back a slot, really. There's a zombie outside my door. I don't actually have a door yet. So, okay, that looks good. So now I want to take this out like this, and we're going to put in birch in here. Still even, isn't it? Yeah, it's still even. Cool. So we're going to put in some birch full blocks right here. Just like this. And then in the center here, we're going to have an enchantment table in a moment. Yep. So we also want to go down again here, and we're going to put in some birch slabs. Really should probably stop looking at that design so much. That's going to leave us with just a little bit of room here. I'm going to take all of this out while I'm kind of doing it. So if we have the enchantment table in the center there, we're going to want this kind of squaring off, aren't we? So let's put this in here, and this will be our last layer. We'll fill that in. Just like that. So we're going to have our enchantment table inset. And where is my enchantment table in here? It's in there. Alright. All the zombies outside. Driving me nuts. So obviously we're going to knock those out as well. Now here's a cool little trick. If you want to do any designs with enchantment tables, hide a torch underneath it and you will actually get a light, because the enchantment table is a transparent block. So it's pretty cool to have that effect. Knocking those out for the bookshelves, which are right here. You know, I'm safe in here. I'm just going to turn those off. It drives me nuts. I guess I want the sound on a little bit. Let's just turn them down. There we go. That didn't really help things too much. Am I a bookshelf short? I guess so. I guess what I did is, I guess we'll move one of the corner ones here. I made 15, but if I want to do it all the way around, I need 16. I probably forgot about that somehow. That will be enough for rebuilding the bookshelf, just. No one will ever know that that one is missing a corner piece. There we go. Cool, so we've got the enchantment table. I'm thinking having some chiseled bricks down here. The only disadvantage we're going to have with this is there's actually no way out. So, well, I guess you could jump on the table and then get out that way, so it's not too bad. I want my redstone lamps back out again, and we'll start and put these down. There's a spider over there. So that's that. I'm getting some lamps here. Now I think we want to move the crafting table. I'm going to put that in the floor. Pick that up. And I want to move the ender chest. We're going to put the ender chest in the other side, maybe. So we'll pick that up. I don't have a place for the bed yet. We're going to have to think a little bit about that. And this will break. It just takes a long time. I've tested it. Don't worry. There we go. Ender chest. We'll have... I'm going to put a birch plank in there, just so that it looks a bit nicer. And we need a place for the anvil. I'm thinking the anvil should probably sit there, maybe. So let's knock that out. Dip in our chests here. I guess the anvil must be in the ender chest still. It is. We can get our anvil in here. There we go. Now, we want some furnaces, so maybe we'll put those in here. I think I have these in here. I do. So we've got some furnaces. Pretty much everything now is kind of falling into place here. I'm not going to glitch on that anvil, am I? Nope. So that's good. Yeah, everything's kind of coming together here now. It's all sort of falling into place. So I'm just going to do a little bit of temporary light in here. I don't want to use torches in here eventually, but for right now it will have to do. Chests we're going to put in the corners. Like this. I think I have the chests on me. I do. Like that. And then we're going to have another pair of chests over here. And we'll do this. And we're going to kind of sort items into their own double chest, depending on what they're related to. So one double chest will be tools, one will be weapons, one will be food, and probably crafted goods. And kind of one might be wood things, and it kind of falls into place like that. I do have some more birch, so I'm not going to waste the slabs I have. Must be in the ender chest still. Yep. Let's just get a stack of wood here. There we go. And continue to put all the chests in. I probably brought enough chests to do all of this. And this should be plenty of storage for what we need, honestly. And we'll pick those up, put those in there. And we'll do the last two right here. We got the right number of chests, thankfully. There we go. So now I'll sort that chest out later. So all that leaves now is the bed. And where we want to put that, I guess we could put the bed on one wall that we're not going to be walking out of. What way would that be? I mean, I guess right here maybe is where we should probably put the bed. Yeah, he's gonna climb the thing. So maybe we'll put the bed right here. I'm gonna knock these out, probably do something fancy with it, with the stairs that I have left. And I'll be dealing with mobs in a moment, don't you worry. Let's knock this out and get like a little bed platform. Yeah, I like that. That works. So we've almost got a fully complete home now. Sorry about that. I was just looking at that spider for a moment there. I was kind of mesmerized, I guess. So now what we want to do is we want to work on doors. So let's actually make some doors here. Do I have any of the oak wood left? I guess I don't, so we're going to have to use birch. We're going to need 3 doors. I already have 1 door in this chest right here. So we need 2 more doors, and we'll craft those up real quick here. There we go. I'm probably going to go out here and kill everything while I'm at it. So let's knock these out. There you are, spider. Cool. Kill that zombie. I'm actually going to turn my sound back up now while I'm out here, because I don't want to get snuck up on by a creeper like this fellow right here. I know they're around, and I've been very careful, and we've not, thankfully, had an explosion as of yet. And I didn't actually place any of the glass wrong either. Thank goodness we're not in 1.6 with those mechanics, and they'll be pouring in towards this little dome base here. So, doors. Doors, doors, doors. I hear something, it must have just been me. Still freaking me out a little bit. It's not the prettiest. I wish I could make iron doors. The problem with those are, though, they're quite expensive, and I don't really want to waste what little iron I have on that. So we're going to stick with the wooden doors for right now. I may put a pressure plate here, actually, so it closes behind me. That might be a use of this block to add some functionality to the base here. There we go, we'll knock that out a little bit. That's the end of that shovel. Alright, so now all we need to do is power the lamps here, which I'm going to do off camera. I may put some recessed lamps in the floor. That's a definite possibility. And I need to get this chest out of here. But other than that, I think that we're almost finished with the house now. I really like it in here. I may tweak this and make this a building block of some type, maybe stone bricks. And I might experiment with what that looks like, but I think we're probably going to stay with the glass, honestly, as I kind of like the whole glass theme. But just look at the view out of my bedroom window. This is a nice view, that's for sure. Got the 3 pyramids there. You could make out the one that goes up into the ceiling of the cloud as well. The ceiling, the cloud. Alright, so I'm going to work on powering those lamps, and then we will be back, and we'll probably wrap the episode up. I do need to head back to the Victory Monument and do something over there as well. And we'll probably take a look at the finished house. So, I'll be right back, guys. Okay, guys, so I moved that chest, organized everything. I've also emptied the ender chest of all its stuff and put that away. We've now got blocks in here. We have drops and kind of organic-y things. We also have, you know, food, things of that nature. Wooden-based stuff goes in there. We have a spare chest here for anything that we pick up. Spare chest there. Spare chest here. Spare chest there. And then over here we have tools, equipment, you know, buckets, coal, things of that nature. And then we're back to blocks again. So we've got plenty of storage in here for anything that we pick up off these various different places. Next episode will almost certainly be a case of venturing into the pyramids area. We'll probably do a little bit of reconnaissance of the area itself, and then we may go and attempt to take on one of these pyramids. Get out of here. This is not your property. Thank you. Noisy neighbours causing too much racket all the time, then they decide to bang on the door. Jeez, terrible. So I've set my spawn point here. We are going to head back to the Victory Monument in a moment here though, because we're going to put the Forever Burning Furnace on the monument. But we're going to be spending quite a few episodes from here from now on. We'll probably place all the walls we get out of here, well, all the victory blocks, should I say, that we get out of this area probably in here for the time being, and then we'll make a trek back to the main base if we need it. I may periodically go back there for supplies off camera, things like ores, resources, and any supplies I may need, but we'll probably be moving some stuff back over here, and this will be our main base for a while we go out and adventure the pyramids area. This is why I have all the different bits and pieces that I have here, so that we can really progress, not have to keep walking all the way back and forth. It makes sense to have a nice base over here, and a pretty one at that too. Let's take a look at our handiwork from afar. Hopefully this skeleton leaves us alone. Nice, look at that. There we go. That's a nice base, and the backdrop of the pyramids and everything, I really like that a lot. So I think that that's a job well done, I have to say. We've got a zombie having a splash over there. I maybe should have added a pool, but we don't have a whole lot of room here, so I think that we've done pretty good for the amount of room that we do have. Just check all around me. So the glass dome house is finished, complete with everything in there now that we're going to need. So we're going to head back over to the Victory Monument, and we're going to place the Forever Burning Furnace victory block. And we're also going to check out a note, because I spoke to Dabara on the map thread, and he said it was fine that I found that. Oh gosh, getting shot. So he did also leave a note talking about the Forever Burning Furnace as well, so we're going to take a read of that before the end of the episode here today. I'll just stop off and take a tater here before completing the run back. I guess it's not ridiculously far to go all the way back here, but still, any excuse just to build a silly house. I hope you guys enjoy the building episodes. Do let me know if you do. We'll probably build some other houses, and I have some other ideas for things I would like to do around Safe Haven here, in addition to just completing the map. I do want to have some fun here as well, and build things similar to this base and the dome base and any other ideas I may come up with. I got inspired by that area to, you know, build a silly house essentially, and I had all that sand left over from digging all of this out. Made sense to waste it all on a bunch of glass. So oh, by the way, I did not waste it all. I still have 4 double chests and half here, and a double chest over there, so don't worry, we're not running out of sand anytime soon. So we're looking for the Forever Burning Furnace book here. Lost Pirates Furnace piece, there we go. And what does this say? The Forever Burning Furnace can only be obtained outside the border of the map. You are not allowed to go find it though. Am I saying it's impossible to obtain? Definitely not. So he's saying it can only be obtained outside the border of the map. So it's not in the map is what he's trying to say there. And it's not in a dungeon. We've, you know, established that. And we're not allowed to go through and find it. So he's then saying, well, it's not in the map, but it's not outside the map. So it's somewhere in between. And that is the Ender chest. So he's saying here that it's not impossible to obtain, and we found it in the Ender chest. So we're going to go here, and I left it in one of these boxes, yeah, right here. And we're going to take this furnace, and we're going to place it on the monument here. So I believe that this is part of the Shade Monument, I think. So let's see here. Yeah, Forever Burning Furnace. So here we go. A 3, 2, 1. Da 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 da. Forever Burning Furnace is on the monument. So first part of the Shade Monument. Oh, I'm going to be very nervous about placing bedrock, because if I place it wrong, I can't remove it. But there we go. Forever Burning Furnace is on the monument. Apparently some other people were having some trouble with this, and it would just show up as a normal furnace, but it is working for me, so I'm pretty happy with that. If I mine it up though, and I place it again, it will be just a regular furnace. So I'm going to keep the extras upstairs there in case something happens. Maybe if a creeper gets in here and blows that up, I'm going to have another one to pull out there. So still need to find these two. Everything else on the shade monument. And up here we have loads of work still to do. We have one for this monument. We have two on here. None of those. Random monument over there. The dragon one. Manufactured monument. And the ore monument. And the end monument. So we've still got plenty of work on the victory block side of things to go. Not doing too bad on the research notes. I think we've got about 5 or 6 of those left to collect. And we only have one of the 10 lost pirates, although I think that one was already there, if I recall. So we've still got 8 of those, I think, to find. We have some of these here, but they're pretty vague as to where we're meant to go, and we haven't really explored the areas that they're pointing to. So we're going to have to wait. I think one of them said a name of an area, but we haven't been there yet, things like that. So we're just going to have to wait a little bit before fully exploring Safe Haven and finding those pirates. So yeah, I think we've reached the end of our episode here, guys. I hope that you've enjoyed today's episode. It was a lot of fun to build this house. Next episode, as I say, we're going to do some pyramid reconnaissance and hopefully find some pretty cool stuff while we go ahead and do that. Looks like we're going to have a spider giving me some trouble here. There we go. We'll get rid of him. And I want to be away from that creeper if I can, because I don't want him blowing up my cabin. So I will see you next time, guys. And see you later, and have a good day.